I finished this drawing in under an hour. Can you tell? If this is your first time here, welcome. My name is Atreyu, and I'm drawing something new with inks every single day for Inktober. And if you're returning on this daily challenge, welcome back. Today is day 14 of the challenge. We're officially 2 weeks into this series. This is crazy. And it's crazy that we still have, another 15 days to go. My goal for today's drawing was to create a king on his throne sitting over maybe like a field of rocks or something. So do you ever feel like you're running out of ideas creatively? Maybe you've been creating for so long, you say, oh man, what else can I do? I need to step outside my bubble, but I don't even know what my bubble is anymore because I feel like my bubble has been everything. You know, my bubble's grown so big that it encompasses so many things that I've built over the years. Well, sometimes, and this is maybe something that will work for you as well, if you like to do art, or if you're doing something else, right? I always say that because there's always something that art can be applied to in real life. But one thing that I really think is valuable is to give yourself actually constraints. Instead of saying that you want to create everything or have unlimited possibilities to do this or that, sometimes if you give yourself strict regulation or requirements, that you can actually find more creativity in being so restricted on whether it's the tools that you use, or maybe it's a limited set of prompts that you have available to actually pull for ideas. Maybe it's a limited amount of colors. You get the point. I'm not going to overdrive that home. But sometimes limitations allow us in our minds, however they work. This might be just for me, but I do have a feeling this works for you too, where that limitation, our human mind is able to navigate around that and build something that might be intricate around such a simple or strict idea. For instance, I want to give you an example, a real world example here. Let's imagine that I'm going to give you a requirement for drawing, and it's going to have to require 3 different things. It's going to have to be black and white. It has to be a living entity, and it has to have some sort of technology embodied with it, right? So right there, black and white, some sort of living entity with a mixture of technology. You still have quote unquote unlimited options, but now you have such a narrow path that you have to follow that the prompt creates a feeling of freedom, because now it's like, okay, I know the path I need to walk down, but how I choose to pick things along that path is up to me. And that's the value you're bringing as a human to whatever you're creating, because you have the gift to make your choice on exactly what you want to manifest. So I encourage you to apply this in your own life if you're feeling up against it. If you're feeling stuck, not sure what to do, put some actual restrictions, let me say, on whatever it is that you're trying to create, and watch how that blossoms into a unique way to be more expressive or unlock something that you didn't know was up there, because sometimes it's just a matter of getting that flow going, right? And that flow sometimes needs a little bit of direction. These prompts can help out big time with that. So today's art was pretty interesting. I like the perspective of the rocks coming up to the king that's sitting on the throne. The throne came out decent. The fabric that is on his cloak, I think, was described in a way that communicated the folds decently appropriately. And I like the big sword. I like the sword that he has sitting on his throne. So overall, yeah, I'm decently happy with this. How about you? But that's it for today's art. Now it's time for
the question of the day.
If this drawing was a scene in a story, what would happen next? For tomorrow, you can expect the piece to be completely different than today's. Thank you for watching, and if you're sticking around with me for every single day of Inktober, you're officially a part of the challenge with me, and I will see you all tomorrow. Peace, my friends.